Sitting on top of the Homochitto River Bridge in Amite County. I'm on my way to just north of Jackson to get on the Mississippi Hill Country Trans-American Trail. There's a trail that runs just north of Jackson up to around Batesville on the west side of I-55, and then the trail comes back down another trail on the east side of I-55. I'm going to try to get this done today and tomorrow, maybe camp out a couple of nights. The reason for this trip is, for one, to have a good time, two, test out all this equipment that I bought for the Colorado Wyoming BDRs that I'm going on in August. So let's see how it goes. As you can see there in the green, that's the part I'm taking to go north. half of the Natchez Trace. I'll get more. I don't want to drop this damn thing. I almost dumped it a while ago, but I didn't do it. Doesn't mean I won't. Just means I didn't. Slow it down a little bit. So I use that clutch. I don't see no people. Oh, there's somebody over there mowing grass. All these houses look empty. I don't know what that sound was. Thought maybe I dropped something. I have a feeling I'm gonna run into a gate down here somewhere. This road ain't been traveled in a while. So we're gonna take our time on it. That's the sand here. Sandy clay. Cracks down this thing in a while. Not even a four-wheeler. Whoa, 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 whoa. I would say this is the reason why. Let's look at this. could ride that rut or come out of the rut right here. This looks like a creek. Don't look like a road. Okay. It definitely was a bad idea. I'll get back with you. So here's where I got stuck at. What I did is I just dragged it over into the rut and rode it out. So we're gonna keep going. Hopefully we find an outlet, because this is marked on the trail as part of the Trans-American Trail. But I'm thinking they've been bypassing this. Maybe. I don't know. I don't see any other motorcycle tracks or three-wheeler tracks or truck tracks, any other tracks. As far as that goes, if I got to get out of here coming back this way, I can do it. It's just, it'll be a little difficult. I may have to sleep here tonight. We'll get out. That's what it's all about, right? Adventure. Nobody said you didn't have to work for adventure. But I've worked twice today so far, other than riding. I watched a guy on YouTube, Adam Ryman, over in Australia. I've seen him work a time or two going out by himself. Alright, as you can see, I'm on the track. And we're going to keep following it. No telling how far this goes. Hopefully it gets better. And I don't think it does. Go over there. Oh, I'm going to stop right here. Right up here. I think that's a wrap, gentlemen. We definitely are turning around. Going back. because I am not going to try to pass that. Crazy man might try it. Not me. That's a real soft spot right there. I hope I don't bury myself, because I'll be screwed if I do. Oh man, shit. Let me take this helmet off, cut this off. Alright, I got the motorcycle out. Right down there, beyond that sand, the furthest sand you can see is where I was at. I got her turned around, got back up through here, and here I am. So, I'm fixing to continue to try to get back out of here. See how it goes. I'm gonna get past that spot. Well, I like the whiskey throttled it. Yep. Last thing I wanted to happen, because I can't. I'll get back with you. Alright, there it is. Got it out. I'll be wiser next time. When I see something like this, I'm not going to attempt it. There's reasons people ain't going down this thing. So this is what I had to do. Take all the luggage off. Make it lighter where I can pick it up. You can tell I'm out of breath. So I'm going to take about a half hour. Cool off, drink some water. Pack all back on there. And be on my way. Yeah, I'm out of breath. I've had a good time, but... And this ain't bad, man. I'd rather be doing this than laying around on the couch. Even picking the motorcycle up and falling down like I did here. This is what I call a good time. Call me crazy, but I'd rather be doing this than sitting at the house on the couch. I love you, baby. Okay, we got to load it back up. We're fixing to roll. There it is. Took me a little while, but other than everything being dusty, nothing's tore, nothing's broke, everything's good. We're going to go out here to the street where we turned in on this and figure out a way around. So, watching some of those guys on YouTube running this thing, there's a couple times you got to find another way around because somebody shut a gate or road washed out like this one. Get moving, get some breeze. Alright. Oh yeah, that feels good already. Stand up for this sand. Yeah, it's a little swirly. It ain't real deep, but it's real loose. Take another break. See if there's a way around. Okay, we'll zoom out. Oh, bike gotta be on for that. See, where's their main road? Right there. See where this comes out at. Oh, we just need to route ourselves over to here, so over to the yellow road. Hang left on the yellow road. I don't know how long that took. When I watch the video, we'll find out how long it took. But I don't think it took that long, maybe 20 minutes to get my camp set up. So I got coffee and I got water in there, and I got coffee and a boiler in there to make hot water. So I'll have coffee in the morning. Once I get the coffee done, I'll pack everything back up. And we'll video that and see how long that takes. Well, this is the beginning of the second day. It rained all night last night. So I definitely put this tent through a good test. It was thunderstorming, trees were whipping. I didn't get a lot of sleep. I was surrounded by whippoorwills. They were all night long. And then the rain pounding on this tent is pretty loud. So I didn't get a whole lot of sleep. So I'm making my coffee. I'm gonna get burnt. Okay. All right, I'm making coffee. It's supposed to rain some more here in a little bit. I'm probably gonna wait a couple hours before I pack up and go to ensure that I'm not doing it standing in the rain. So, yep, this is the beginning of the first day, or second day. Okay, everything's packed up, everything's wet. Everything's wet. So, I guess after this trip, everything comes out, gets hung up, wiped down to dry. So, we're fixing to start. Let's see, we got 17 miles left to go on track 3 on going north. We got 2 more tracks and then we'll be coming back south. All right. I'm at the very end of the northbound TAT Mississippi Hill Country. It ends at that intersection, which is Mississippi Highway 6 and Neely Woodland Road. I'm glad it ended somewhere where I get something to eat, because I'm hungry. I hadn't eaten since yesterday. And now I'm fixing to go do the southern route. Gotta put it in the GPS and find out. All right, I made it home. So this is the first day after I got home yesterday. And let me tell you a little bit about something about the trip. I enjoyed myself. Yeah, I had some problems. I had to work a little bit to have some fun. As I said, I'd rather do that than sit on the couch or sit around the house and do nothing at all. So, and the whole purpose of this trip was getting ready for the Colorado BDR with a buddy of mine, and to test everything out, because all this equipment is brand new. So this is the first day home. Yesterday I got home, and today is cleanup. As you can tell, that rain, everything got wet, so I had to get it all out to dry. And there it is, hanging on the line. I've washed all the Moscow Moto stuff, so it's hanging to dry. I got my tent out, it's drying. The rain fly is drying. Sleeping bag never got wet, but I got it out anyway. There's the tent, it's drying. And of course, last but not least, the motorcycle, it got cleaned up. As far as I can tell, everything worked as it's supposed to. The chair, the cot, the pad, the tent, the luggage, and the motorcycle performed outstanding. Everything's brand new. The motorcycle is a 2024. I bought it, about 6 months ago. I bought the luggage when I had the KLR. Moved it over onto this Tenere, and it worked flawlessly. It's easy to pack, it's easy to unload. I can't say enough about that Moscow Moto gear. It's good stuff. The Helinox chair and cot worked great. Having to blow up that pad, I don't know if I need it, but I'm gonna carry it just in case. I don't know, we'll find out. But the Moscow Moto stuff and the Helinox stuff it's good equipment. So, all right, story about the trip. I did the entire route going north. I then programmed the GPS to do the south route. I got about 2 hours into this route, following the same route that I came north on. And I was thinking, I don't want to redo all these dirt roads and tracks that I just did coming north. And I hadn't seen anything different going south. So after 2 hours into it, I called it quits. My butt was hurting, my hand was hurting, and I still had about 300 miles to get home. So I went ahead and jumped on the interstate and came on to the house. If I'm wrong about that southbound track, Mississippi Hill Country TAT, whoever's watching this, let me know, because unless it changes somewhere along the way, it's exactly the same route that you go north on. So that's the reason I went ahead and come on home. Enjoyed myself, looking forward to Colorado. And this puts the end to doing the Mississippi Hill Country Trans-American Trail. Take care.